Hello, this is the 2-minute tour on how to use the Vsee box. We'll start with the remote. This is the remote. This is the power for the box. This is the power for the TV and the controls for the TV. You can program them by looking at the instructions on the back of the remote. They're very small, so you may have to take a picture of it. This is the directional button. This is the left button, not the back button. This is the back button, not the left button. This is your menu, electronic program guide, home, mic, and volume and channel buttons. That is all you need for now. This is your home screen. When the box boots up, this is where you're at. The top row, you do not have to pay any attention to. You do not have to log into any of them. If you want to keep paying, sign into one of these apps. YouTube works, it's kind of helpful. I watch it all the time still. The apps that you want are the Heat Live, Heat VOD, and VOD Ultra. As long as you're in the home screen, you're not using any internet or bandwidth. If you leave the live TV on and the TV itself is off, you're going to be using your bandwidth, and if you don't have the unlimited package, you're going to go over your monthly allowance. So when you're done watching the live TV, this is where you need to be. We're going to start with the live TV. Click OK on the live TV, and it takes you to the last channel you were on. I already have programmed in the Miami locals of ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. There are two guides on the box for the live TV. One is the electronic program guide. You get to that by pressing the electronic program guide button. This takes you to your main guide that all the AT&T and Comcast or any other service provider gives you. It's the typical one where you go up and down, decide which one you want to watch, and press the OK button, and you're watching that show. I'm going to go over to channel 1, click on it, and we're watching TV. There's a second guide, which is the one that I like, and it's called, well, I refer to it as the Right Now guide. You press the OK button. Oh, we're watching recorded TV. Oops. Okay. You press the OK button, and this menu pops up. On the left side, you have your different categories. Your favorite list, which I'm going to show you how to make. Your national channels, which is normal television you're going to get from all of the different providers. Your local is your ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox from all the different markets in the United States. Your sports channels, your Canadian television, Latino, UK. 24/7 is they have a bunch of shows that just play from the first episode to the last episode, and they're ongoing and just keep going. UK 4HD. You get your Paramount channels. These are all the channels that are owned by Paramount. Same with the Peacock TV and the NFL, NBA, and all your sports channels. If you're looking for the fights, they're most likely going to be on pay-per-view or the Peacock events. It also has other kind of insane sports on there. This is basically where you're going to find all of your sports that are playing. On the top of the screen, you can go to your NFL. That'll list the games that are playing tonight for all of the various sports that are up there. You find it, you find your game, you click on it, and you're watching the show. If it doesn't have a game, it'll tell you. If you have a second box after you make your favorites, you go to the menu and you go to share favorites, generate a code, and on your new box, same place, enter share code, and that'll make all your favorites come from this box to your other box. To make a favorites list, what you do is you go to your favorites. The first thing you're going to do when you get this box is you're going to go to the national, and you're going to scroll down, and every channel that you want to add to a favorite, you highlight it and you press and hold the OK button. You're going to get a little heart, and that indicates that it's a favorites channel. If you want to take it off, press and hold the OK button again, and it goes away. There's also a favorite button. You can press on that, and it'll make it the same thing. So as you scroll down, you're going to go to the end because there's 282 channels and you're not going to need baby first TV. All right, then you go over to your favorite list and you look in your favorites, and that's where everything is playing. There's another feature on here. If you look on, it has all the channels that have this little symbol right here. That is the DVR feature. Right now, you have 1 week DVR for all of the channels that have that little symbol. To get to the NVR, you scroll to the right. You pick the day over here. You come back to the show. So if you missed a Rookie last night, you want to see it, you scroll back to the right. Or let's say you missed Jimmy Kimmel last week. You click on it, and you're watching Jimmy Kimmel live. Except not live. All right, trust me, it's there. Okay. To get out of the TV, you press the back button twice, or you press the home button. Next thing is going to be the Heat Video on Demand. This lists all of the shows and movies in the order that they last aired. So the most recent shows should be on the top. It doesn't always happen, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Alright, so we got movies and TV. We're going to go with TV because you can figure out the movies. Here's the shows. We're going to just pick any show. Press OK. If you want to make it a favorite, you go here and you press OK. Make it a favorite. Click on the show. Click OK. And you're watching the show. Sometimes the little wheel spins and spins and spins, and it doesn't find the show, or the server is slow, or it's the wrong language, or it's skipping or pausing, or it's the wrong episode. What you do is you hit the menu button, and a little menu pops up on the bottom of the screen, and what you're going to try and do is change the server. Sometimes there's one server, sometimes there's a bunch of servers. So if you're having problems, you scroll to another server, press the OK button, and it changes the server. If that's a better server for you, leave it there. The other feature is subtitles. Some shows have subtitles, most do not. So if you find one with a subtitle, that's great. You have the autoplay feature. I've turned it off. Autoplay automatically plays the next episode when one ends. However, if you're watching it when you're in bed and you fall asleep, 17 episodes have played by the time you wake up and you have no idea where you're at. When you're watching a show, you can see that, let me turn it back and I'll forward it so we can. When you watch a show, the box remembers where you were at, and it'll let you know where you're at with the episode by the little yellow line going across the episode. If you see that, that means you're partially through that episode. And it will play right back there when you start. Movies is the same thing with the servers as well. You also have voice remote. Press and hold the microphone button, NCIS. Tell it your show and it'll find the shows. It'll list all the different shows that have NCIS. I choose NCIS because it's always on here. Okay, we're going to go to VOD Ultra. VOD Ultra is the same, except it's arranged by category. Your Amazon, HBO Max, Netflix, Peacock, Paramount Plus, Hulu, Apple TV, DirecTV, the Disney Plus Stars, all the different channels are on here. If you don't know the name of the show, but you know it's on Hulu, you scroll to Hulu, pop over to the shows, and say, oh yeah, there's the show. You do not have to pick a server on this. It automatically will pick the server. You can do the same with the favorites, and the same with the subtitles and autoplay. If there's ever a problem with the box before you call me, first thing you do is hit the restart button. Press the power button. This screen pops up. Go to reboot. Press the OK. Let it reboot. I'm not going to do it now because I don't feel like waiting. If that doesn't work, doesn't solve your problem, unplug the box for 2 minutes. When you unplug the box for 2 minutes, it erases the MAC address off the server, and when you plug it back in and turn it on, it reinstalls all of the programs back onto the box. This should clear up most of the problems. If you have problems past that, you need to give me a call. At some point, I may tell you to take a picture of what the box is doing and the MAC address on the back of the box. And then you're going to go to the contact us and you're going to text it to this QR code. Also text it to me because I will text it to them also and they respond to me quick. You got to leave the box on and connect it to the internet because they are going to come back end into your box and try to fix it. I have paired the remote with the box. If it ever loses pairing, and that means that it's a Bluetooth pairing, so if it's not finding it without you pointing it at the TV or the box, then it lost its pairing. You go to System Settings, go to Bluetooth if you have the 5, go to Pair New Device or Device Management. You're going to delete this one, and then you're going to pair a new device. Then you press and hold the OK button and the volume down button until the light on the top of the remote flashes. It'll pick it up and it'll repair it with this box. Software updates. It'll give you software updates. It'll tell you needs to update. I have it for automatic updates, so you should not need to do anything. But if it asks you, would you like to update? Click yes, and then click install. There's a memory cleanup here. You also don't need to do this, but if you feel like it, you can. It clears the cache on its own, and 36 to 40% is where it's normally at. If you install apps on the box, because it's Android and you can, the more memory you use, the less space it has to store your movies in your TV when it's downloading for watching. That is all I have for this video. I hope you have a good time.